everyone, I've gotten some homework questions regarding one of the problems on the homework in section 1.4, so I thought I would create a video to address this since I did not get to cover this in class. So the problem is find the equation of an exponential given the graph. So for example, if I have this graph, how do I find the equation? So I know that it's an exponential, so I want it to look like y equals c bx. So that's what we're going to use. So that means we need to find a value for c, and we also need the base, and we need to find b. So we have 2 points, so we can definitely use those to get started. So using the point 1, 5, now remember that's the x value and that's the y value. So using the point 1, 5, I'm going to have in y equals cbx, this becomes 5, because that's my y value, equals cb to the 1, because x is 1. And I can solve for one of them. Using the other point, using 3 comma 50, I can say then in y equals cbx, this is going to look like 50 equals cb to the third, because x is 3 and y is 50. And so now in this one, I can say, for example, solve for c. I can say c is equal to 5 over b, and I can substitute that in here. So when I substitute, I'm going to have 50 equals c, which I'm saying from above. I'm saying c equals b over 5, so I can say, or sorry, 5 over b. 5 over b, and then times b cubed, and simplified. So I have 50 equals 5b squared, which means divide both sides by 5, so 10 equals b squared. So you get b is plus or minus the square root of 10. Anytime you take the square root of something, you get plus or minus, but this is an exponential, so b has to be greater than 0. So we're going to say b is equal to the square root of 10. And now that I have b, I can find c. Back to this blue circle part over here, I can say c is equal to, we said c was equal to 5 over b, therefore, and we already have the value of b, so c is going to be 5 over the square root of 10, right, since b is the square root of 10 from our work that we just did, and we can solve. So I'm going to have 5 over the square root of 10, rationalize this. So I'm going to have 5 root 10 over 10, and you can reduce that. So that'll be not 5, we cancel the 5. So it'll be the square root of 10 over 2. So that will be c. So based on our work, now we have c is equal to the square root of 10 over 2 after we rationalized, and b was equal to just the square root of 10. So therefore, our equation y equals c b to the x would be, and we can write it in function notation if we prefer, it would be f of x equals c, which was the square root of 10 over 2, times b, the square root of 10, to the x. Now you can get a little bit more creative with this particular one just because of the radicals. So I can say the square root of 10 over 2 times 10 to the 1/2 x. And that will be the equation. I hope that helps. So anytime you have 2 points in an exponential, knowing that it is an exponential that looks like y equals c b to the x, we can use our 2 points to find c and to find the base b. Once we get to logarithms, we're going to be able to find these in a different way.